I'm just back from like recording like an hour and a half of my Let's Play, and then I was like, wait a minute, I don't have anything to upload today because rendering a Let's Play part would take too long, and I kind of want to get this out as fast as possible, so I just grabbed a random battle I have stockpiled. And going to upload this for today, so we have another UU battle here against J, Niz, and B. I would just decide to throw this random Firewater Grass team together and just throw in like a bunch of random guys I haven't used. Like I have support because you'll soon see my Crobat, which I've been using for like a really long time. So that's finally back in Gen 5, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I finally go to this guy now. What's this place called again? Whatever, the cool bridge place that's like always advertised that I never gone here yet, which is kind of weird. It's kind of an iconic place of black and white, but I'm here now, so finally got this place out of the way. So I decided to leave it to Bork because standard lead is my standard lead. He ends up going into this stupid Chandelure, and my lack of knowledge about Chandelure, literally, like, this thing will just completely wreak havoc until it dies. This is ridiculous how poorly I play against this thing. Going to Arcanine, predicting Fire Move, he predicts some sort of switching and just goes for the Shadow Ball. That's fine. That play was fine. It's later that things will happen. I'm adamant that he's going to switch out here, so I go into Porygon and just go for the Char Attack, and yeah, he ends up going into a thing. I decided to stay in and just Try Attack it. It does slightly under half, which makes me sad since I'm adaptability. I kind of expected it to do a little bit more, but Earthquake does a lot. I'm going to go into Sceptile to take probable Earthquake, and it will do a decent chunk because Sceptile's kind of frail physically, but can easily scare it off with the Leaf Storm. I'm going to predict him to go into a Chandelure and go for the Dragon Pulse. So I'm playing against this thing perfectly fine, but unfortunately Dragon Pulse doesn't live to be a 2 at KOs, and it only does like 40%, which is like, oh, you're spec, you should do more than that. That's not irritating me. So I have to go into Perk to take the probable Fire move. He ends up going for the Shadow Ball again, half predicting my switch again, and because I see leftovers, I'm thinking this thing's like a sub or calm mindset, or maybe sub and calm mind, I don't know, but Energy Ball I just didn't see on this set. I really don't see Energy Ball on Chandelure sets that aren't like either choiced or like maybe even life formed. So that was weird. I didn't expect it to have that, which is just irritating. God, that pissed me off because now I don't get my rocks up, and my new OU dies. So yeah, personally I've been doing that great in UU, which makes me sad. And I go into Nidoking to threaten it out with Earth Power, just go straight for it because there's not much to take it. He ends up, yeah, he takes it, and then I can easily throw a Kill him, but I decided to switch back into Crobat, predicting him to predict my Earthquake and go into Togekiss, but he actually doesn't do that and just stays in and goes for the Earthquake, which doesn't affect Crobat anyways, which is kind of weird. He should have, I don't know why he didn't switch into Togekiss at any point, but end up taunting him as he goes for the rest, so I was expecting him to Stealth Rock, which is why I taunted him in the first place, but whatever. I'm gonna go for the Sewer Fang, predicting his switch into something that's not this stupid Chandelure. Gonna taunt it, because I'm still expecting it to maybe have a non-attacking move, and I really don't have much to do, and I want to see what it's gonna do to a switch at this point, so I don't have any really hard counters for this thing on this team. This team is kind of brand new, and I'm still kind of testing it at the point, so this team doesn't even exist anymore, so that's the thing. I'm gonna go into Porygon, predicting the Shadow Ball, predicting him to predict me to switch and go for the Shadow Ball, which is kind of elaborate, but whatever. Gonna Thunderbolt as I die, because I really don't have much for it to do, and this thing's getting like all of its health back by leftovers. That's how hard the Chandelure is giving me of a time. It's not a hard Pokemon, it's not difficult, it's perfectly fine in UU. It's just that I'm misplaying on it so badly, it's ridiculous. Gonna go into the King again, threaten it out with the Earth Power. He ends up going to his Swampert as fodder, and that's going to die, so Swampert is not that great in even UU. It's still good. It's still really good, don't get me wrong, but it isn't anywhere near broken, which is what I'm trying to say. Goes into DOD. I'm going to go into my Crobat. I've been seeing a lot of Deoxys Ds lately in UU, by the way. Yes, he taunts me, which kind of makes me sad since I can't taunt him now, and he can just set up spikes freely. I decided, you know what, this thing is a stall breaker, so I'm going to break some stall, and I'm Super Fang him a couple times, and maybe U-turn him after and hopefully kill him. He's going to be able to set up some spikes for pretty much free because I am taunted and can't taunt him as a result. So he's going to set up a couple layers of spikes. Isn't going to hamper my team that much, so I really wasn't fearing the spikes as much. UU lately is based a lot off entry acid. There's a lot of entry acid users that are really roaming the day in UU recently, so there's a lot of spikes in UU just in general with Frostlass and Deoxys D and Roserade, so yeah, that's how UU's been shaping up a lot, which is kind of annoying. So Rapid Spinners are a lot more known, and Spin Blocker is even more common. So gonna U-turn now on the stupid Chandelure and going to my Arcanine, predicting him to Flamethrower, and he does do that, which doesn't really help me because I know he has Flash Fire too. I can't go for the Flare Blitz, so I have to go for my strongest move on this thing, which is going to be the Wild Charge. I am banded, so it still does a decent chunk because of Chandelure is not terrible natural bulk. It's like 60, 90, 90, I think. It still is able to take it and just Shadow Ball me. I'm going to die, and I'm going to go into my, I believe, Sceptile here, because I know I can just Leaf Storm it and it'll die at this point. Since I saw how much Dragon Pulse did, and I know that Leaf Storm is still stronger after not very effective in Stab, so, Leaf Storm, I guess he stays in, I guess, thinking that he can live a Dragon Pulse, but he can't live a Leaf Storm, so he's dead. Gonna go into Togekiss. Obviously, I can't stay in with the -2 and the fact that I'm locked in the Leaf Storm. So I'm gonna go into Nidoking, predicting the T-Wave probably. And he has Go for it, so I know he's like a defensive Togekiss and wants to Hacks me. Thus the name Hack. So I go for the Ice Beam, knowing I'll be easy to a KO. Ends up critting me, doesn't matter at the end of the game because Air Slash wouldn't have killed me no matter what. And he would have just gone back and he would have gone to Maltic no matter what. I would have Thunderbolted no matter what, and he would have killed me with Scald. I'd just be at lower health because Scald still when it KOs me at this range, so it would have killed me last turn anyway. So it made no difference whatsoever, that crit. So yeah, Maltic kills me with the Scald, and I'm gonna go back into my Sceptile. At this point, he has no resist to grass at all with those two dead, Togekiss and Thing dead. So I can go straight for the Leaf Storm, and something is going to have to die because Specs Sceptile is a boss, especially because after the Spikes damage, I'm in Overgrow range. So yeah, Hitmontop, you're not living that. No, get off my field, you're dead. So that thing's gone. He ends up going into Deoxys D, I guess, hoping that maybe he can live a -2 Leaf Storm, but I don't think he remembered that I'm in Overgrow range, so that's going to kill the Deoxys D instead. And Spextile is a monster, so he's going to go now into his Milotic. I know I can't kill that at -4, so I'm going to go into my Taborg mainly as fodder, really, or maybe get a couple Super Fangs off. He ends up Dragon Tailing me, which I found really weird, because I'm just like, okay, you just sent me into my Sceptile for free. Now I'm going to Leaf Storm you and you're going to die, and now I win. So, good game. Instead of a 1-0, it's a 2-0. I don't know why I Dragon Tailed there. Anyway, that's going to be a good game. That's it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with probably some more Let's Play parts finally, because I have those recorded now. So that's going to be a thing. So I will see you guys later.